Alright, 14 tiers done. One final tier remains. You can skip it for 10 gold as you can see, but don't do that. Alright, so we got Hunter, Elimination, and a Cup. We'll start with the Hunter at the Red Bull Ring. And it's gonna be at the Grand Prix circuit, so it's gonna be the longer one of the two track variations here. And yes, the car has been customized because, you know, it's got to get ready for delivery. So, just the basic vinyl, nothing special. So, target was what, 120 meters behind Sylvia. So, alright. Give it a go. I have a feeling I should be able to overtake Sylvia without too much trouble. Especially I'm running in green. Yeah, there are a few events that with my minimum PR that's required to win this car, there are some events that were very tricky to get through without servicing. So since this car only has what, like hour and 45 minutes service time, so just went ahead and went through some of those races after servicing the car. So let's see, there was, I want to say, a speed record at Daytona was not possible without servicing the car. You can like slow down the bots by failing, like coming in last place many times, but with this car that takes forever. It's just quicker to get the car serviced and get it done with. So yeah, so you know, it kind of depends on the car and I don't know how I'm feeling about any particular goal. So yeah, pretty easily able to complete this race here. Not even going to slow down the bot. Since we're so close to the end, how hard could it possibly get, right? And I should be able to complete the remaining events while the car is in green. So finishing some good 513 meters ahead. So the next set of bots in the next challenge should adjust accordingly. So they're going to be a bit more competitive. So that looks like maybe a quarter way down, somewhere between quarter and a third of the service bars taken out. So since we have only 2 more races to go, should be plenty to complete this car without having to service it again. And up next we got an elimination at Formula E Hong Kong circuit, the very narrow city circuit with a lot of hard turns, right? We got a couple of hairpins and just about all the other corners are hard right angle turns. And of course, because it's a regular elimination, we got 8 cars in the grid. 20-second elimination, like the normal elimination. Alright, so let's check out. I'll take the inside onto the first hairpin. Alright, coming out in 4th place. So gives me, allows me some time to catch up to the lead. Let's see, pretty grippy little car here. This Mercedes 190E. That was missed my braking point in that corner number 2. But anyway, got 2 more to chase down up ahead. Existent in second place. Or no, Eraser. Alright. I think that Existent is another Canadian bot, the flag bot. So I got a little confused there. Shouldn't be too difficult to overtake. There we go. And the number one is gonna be the Raven. Let's see. I think it's a little bit faster bots. I know the fastest bots like Darkness and Oral Pod. The Raven I don't think is one of those, so it should be just kind of a medium difficulty, I think. And of course we know the slow ones, like let's see, Moises, Gabby is always our favorite. And there are a few others that are just as slow, if not slower. I don't know if anybody actually gets slower than Moises. But anyway, this one, since we're in the pole position at this point with some 10 seconds or so remaining, I think we've got this in the bag, which means we only have one final cup race to complete. So the Raven has been eliminated, which concludes this elimination at Formula E Hong Kong circuit here. Like this city circuits, it would be kind of cool to have a night race with the street lights. But no. We do have some different time in the day race here at the Formula E Hong Kong, but they, are all about the same, so it's alright. I know I'm not usually a big fan of night race. So that took out just a very small number of service bars, so as I said, leaves us plenty for this one final cup race. So here's the gold trophy. What, 44 out of 45? So, alright, final cup race is gonna be at Dubai Grand Prix circuit. And 5 gold to skip. Alright, so PR required is of course 14.6, which I do have, and I did not like my livery earlier. So I don't know if I like this either, but I do like this one better than the last one, just the stripes. So I spent some time on putting a new one, just using basic liveries. So yeah, I think I prefer this over the last livery that I had. Kind of indescriptive, you know what I mean? So we'll go with the custom fonts. Yes. Alright, so we got a full grid for the final cup race here at Dubai Grand Prix circuit. And it's gonna be proper 3-lapper. So let's find out how competitive these spots are gonna be. Alright, so no Moises Gabby this time at the end of the grid, so the bots have definitely adjusted. I am faced with a little bit quicker bots. Normally with the slower bots I would be in first place by the time I come through, typically like first corner. But this one, not so much. Just catching up to 9th, 8th place. And 7th place. Alright, 5th place. As we go through the end of the oval section. Alright. Raven again, this time in second place. So we do have somebody that's quicker than the Raven. Alright, who's it gonna be? Eraser. Oh, okay. Those must be fairly comparable bots, because they were just, you know, the order of placements were reversed between those two in that last elimination at the Formula E Hong Kong circuit. So, alright, I guess I didn't overpower these bots too much in the last race. So, for the final race, the difficulties I'd assume about the same, since we got the same bots in the lead. That is lead behind me now. So, alright, so lap 1 finishing around 210. Alright, 210 and change. So lap 2 should be a good amount quicker, since we are not starting still this time. And this car should make a big difference, since the acceleration from 0 to 60 on this car is pretty slow in comparison. So yeah, this limited time series, it's been a long one, hasn't it? Because the car is a little bit slower. This car belongs in Pro-Am section. The Road Flare is the career bonus series this car is featured in, just one. And in the upcoming update, the next version 6.5, I believe they are gonna have exclusive series featuring this car. So if you have gold, and if you want to get through this event a little bit quicker, then you can always upgrade full. So come next update, you've got another exclusive series to run through with this car. So good handling. It's just a bit on a slower end, you know what I mean? So and we had to do 2 races at Le Mans, which, I think there was a head-to-head in first tier, and there was a cup race in another tier, a little bit later tier, I want to say like 11. Both are obviously single laps, but still, with this car running a lap takes a while. Speaking of laps, 156 for the lap number 2. So, alright, so that's good, like 13 seconds, 14 seconds quicker than the first lap, so that's cool. Now let's see if we can improve upon that lap time in this final 3rd lap here. Alright, stay on track. 35 seconds at the first checkpoint. So, theoretically speaking, let's see. I would say it's a comparable. I should get a pretty comparable lap time. The second checkpoint should be coming up a little bit past the minute mark, I think. Like minute 12 is what I should be hitting, I think, right? 110, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so I lost a little bit of time in that sector 2. A little bit longer than the first sector, but then again, first sector does have that main straight, the pit straight, right? Although the second sector has the fastest section, the longest straight, so I guess I didn't drive very well is the answer. Alright, so how about the last bit here? Wasn't very clean. And nope, it's gonna be over 2 minutes here. So that was a pretty terrible last lap. But even so, good enough for that final gold trophy, which is of course what that matters. Yeah, 6 minutes and 12 seconds and change, so about 3 minutes and change per lap. So that's about what you. Let's check out the lap time, shall we? So total was 6:12, and I'm still good 12 seconds ahead of the second place. Minute 56, yeah. So, alright, so that will put the car solidly in red. So let's get that serviced. And one final time, let's check out the upgrade to reach 14.6 PR. Of course, 3 across the board. Alright, so there we have it, the final gold trophy for 100% completion. 12,000 racing dollar reward plus 6 gold, and of course the grand prize of the car itself, the Mercedes-Benz 190e 2.5 16 Evolution 2. That is mouthful, isn't it? Alright, so yeah, EVO 2 livery featuring my own custom fonts. Alright, I'm sure once I get this car fully upgraded, then I'll probably end up redoing the livery on this car with all the extra vinyl packs that become available for free. But yeah, let's revisit this series one more time. The Tier 15 complete. And congratulations, series complete. So hopefully you guys get to complete this on time, because you still have plenty of time left. So alright, so take care, and we'll see you in the next video.